What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Sideshow exclusive premium format figure statue unboxing. I don't know what they call it, but this is another big old statue unboxing from Sideshow. And as you can see on the front of the box there, this is a Mythos Star Wars Darth Vader statue, and I've been waiting for this one to come in for a while, and finally this massive box arrived. Give you a little spin to show you what's on the box. Nothing really on the side. Sideshow, Star Wars, Darth Vader. Now a nice little image here showing off the statue a bit more with the flowing cape. I believe this is my second Mythos statue. I believe Superman is also in Mythos, and the guys that sculpted that statue did a really good job. So might as well grab another one is my thoughts, and I do love how the capes flow. That's one of my favorite parts. So I just had to get this Darth Vader, and there's nothing really on this side of the box either. But I say let's drop this thing on the floor and start pulling this thing out, because I feel like this could be a hassle to get out of this box, but let's start that process, huh? Or maybe flip this thing upside down, pull it off. I don't know. I feel like that might be the easiest process. Flip. All right, so we got the big old box off, and now we have this big old styrofoam tin. It does say top right there, so I'm guessing I just have to snip the tape, or maybe just peel the tape. Oh, there's a part to peel. All right, I got the tape off. Let's slide off the top. Oh boy. Now what does this masterpiece come with? Oh, that looks like a big old cape. Oh, wow. Comes just much like this cape on Superman. Flowing, comes, it probably goes in his back. That's maybe his head or shoulder or something, or arm. We'll see. Put that piece over here. We have another piece of cape. Flame effect. Ooh. I believe this is supposed to be like his flaming lightsaber, and then they just have like a normal lightsaber, so you can do either which one you want. I think I'll probably opt for flaming, just for like that extra movement. But comes with a few more things than the Superman statue did. All Superman came with was the cape himself, and a couple of, I'll actually pull out a couple of these little things where they're like little ice things that look like it's going upwards, but there's only like two of them. This one comes with two different lightsabers, a flame effect, and a little extra cape effect, you know, so that's kind of cool. Now we got to get to the bottom tray. That's how that goes. And then now the bottom layer. All right, so now the bottom layer comes with even more stuff. Ooh, this one comes with a lot. Another cape effect, another fire effect. Ooh, a crispy burned head sculpt from Anakin. That's kind of cool. Now we also have a just normal Darth Vader with like a kind of a blaster bolt out of the helmet and maybe out of the back of the head, but not totally battle damaged. And the one from like Obi-Wan where his face is kind of exposed, and we have one Anakin eye but still the Darth Vader helmet. That's probably the one I'll rep, but I'll be sure to get you guys a view of all three of the head sculpts. We have the arm, the lightsaber arm. You can actually see a little bit of the metal arm underneath there, because obviously Anakin's arm got chopped off by Dooku. So yeah, so that's where the lightsaber effect goes, and that's arm. A piece of like an engine or something that I think goes with the display base. Pull out the bottom. Oh! Chunky, bruh. Look at this thing. This thing is pretty, like, beefy. For sure. For sure beef. For sure beef. Looks like a big old turbine. I think his foot slots in here somewhere, and he like kind of sits up on top of this thing. I don't know how. What's it say on the bottom? This is number 3,715 out of 4,500 of these Mythos Darth Vader statues. So 4,500 in the world. and your boy Cam's got one. Now, is this the base that lights up? I don't know. I don't think so. I didn't see any, you know, light up features. I thought this might have been the one that lit up, but I guess not. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe there's instructions somewhere. Ooh, let's pull out the body itself and the other arm. At this point, they're both metal arms. Ooh, kind of like a force hand. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so we got both arms. Let's pull out the body. Ooh, heavy. Anything else I'm missing? Nope, just the head sculpts. Instructions? No, no instructions. Just hope for the best. Really? Not a lick of instruction. All right, figure it out. Okay. All right, that looks like a foot, so maybe the foot goes here. Slotting in Vader for the first time. Ooh, okay. All right, just a tease. I just want to show off this for a little bit, like, and I'll get a closer look in a second, but he's got like a metal foot because his boots fucking burnt away, and he's like got pistons in his calf, and he's got like a metal knee. Damn, this is, I don't think people realize how much of a machine Darth Vader really is at a certain point. Like, man, what a legendary character. But let's toss everything together, and then I'll give you an up close and more of a personal, closer look at this figure and everything that this statue comes with. Oh, that's so satisfying though. Okay, so I have all the accessories now laid out here, and I have figured out where they go. And this freaking statue, man, I don't think this is the collector's edition. I think this is the exclusive or something like that, because it comes with the different head sculpts, but it doesn't come up with light effects, which kind of bugs me. I thought I got the one with light effects, but it is what it is. I'm not necessarily someone that turns on my light effects all the time anyways, but you could see like the battle damage of like this turbine, and then his foot, like I was talking about, how the boot has worn away, and you can see his golden metal toes and like some of the material around his ankle, but like his pants are melting, and you can see his like calf metal muscle and his knee joint that is fully like falling apart and poking through his pants, and his pants are cut from probably a lightsaber, and we see some couple locations for magnets there, a couple locations down here. We'll get to those in a second. His foot slots in on the back, and the nice little foot peg slot there. There's a little bit of red to the cape, which I really like. Oh, the detail on this thing is really, really crispy. Spinning it around for you. Nice little back details, big old rock. It is heavy enough, but I'll tell you what, that Superman one is way heavier. But yeah, nice little details. Not really gonna see the back a whole lot, especially with it when it's covered by the cape, but just show you guys nonetheless some of the details, some of that details inside the turbine. Hope that's not styrofoam stuck way in there. Yep, it was, just blow it out. But yeah, not a bad looking statue so far. But with Darth Vader sitting in front of us, now we go in magnet, bam. So now that's got a fire effect. We go magnet, bam, magnet, bam. It's kind of satisfying how they slot in there too. This bad boy, magnets on the end, bam. Yeah, now it's starting to come together. We got a left arm that we'll do in a second because we have to do the cape first. But I did want to show that the fire effect in the blade could go in there, or just the normal lightsaber. Not too bad either way. A couple of tunic pieces that would go right there and right there. Oh yeah. Now he's coming together, baby. But let's take a closer look at these head sculpts before I toss the cape on and get this thing all together. What a head sculpt there. The detail on that, the Sith eyes, the little details inside the mask, you know, helping him breathe, but also like the thing that, you know, makes him talk like that, you know. Wild. The detail on his head, how it's like scarred and split open, and oh man, Anakin has been through it. But boy, is Darth Vader a bad mamma jamma. that is a nice looking head sculpt. I might actually rep it like this sometimes, but the traditional Darth Vader looks pretty damn good. A little bit of battle damaged on it. Not too bad, but, you know, a little bit on the helmet, a little bit on the back of the helmet, a little bit on the top of the helmet. Not too bad, but, you know, he's definitely still in control here. But this bad boy, oh, yeah. A little bit of mix of both worlds there. You get the classic Darth Vader helmet, a little bit of damage, but you could see the eye poking through there and the Anakin deep down in there. That's cool. The details around the back, not too much damage on the rest of the helmet. I actually kind of like that there's damage on like the back side of the helmet on that one. But like I said, you're probably not going to see the back side of this anyways. So if that's what you're going to be looking at, I'm not mad. You know, the classic Darth Vader, Anakin. Oh man, this one is pretty damn cool though. I might end up repping it like this sometimes, because this is like just so highly detailed and gross, but also like, yeah, like that's Anakin, you know what I mean? Like, oh god, that looks so good. But let's put these final touches on and take a look at the Sideshow exclusive Darth Vader Mythos statue, and then let's toss it on the shelf next to Superman. Right, so we got the statue, we got most of the accessories on. Let's spin this around just so I can get a nice little look at the cape here and how this bad boy slots in. They do say to protect this stuff a little bit, but I think it should be okay to slot in. All right, that thing is slotted in there, and it does look quite epic with the way that that swoops right. And I had this cape kind of, it swoops a little bit both ways, but it like swoops right and like kind of a little bit left. But the way that this swoops right, I should be able to put him right next to Superman and have no problems, and it should look great. But toss on the other arm, that is just kind of like the force arm. The right arm slots in there so nicely. Now this lightsaber hand, now I haven't tried to slot these in. I don't know if they're magnet as well, but just the skinny lightsaber slots in there like so. All right, so why don't we do skinny lightsaber and traditional Darth Vader head. Oh boy, that looks pretty good. This thing's pretty cool, is it not? I mean, come on, like, all right, let me put this thing on the turntable and see if I can't get some really crazy shots for you guys and detailed, and see how this thing looks from 360. So I have Darth Vader here in these poses, heading around on my carousel turntable and giving us a 360 view of this figure. And we have him with his normal head sculpt with a normal lightsaber. And then we have him with his no helmet look, with just the Anakin scarred head look with no lightsaber, which is optional. You could rep it just with him like he's about to ignite his lightsaber instead of having it already ignited. But you have the normal lightsaber. You could rep it no lightsaber, or how I will probably be repping it in his final form with the Obi-Wan, you know, exposed Anakin eye Darth Vader mask with the flame effect lightsaber, just because it looks really cool. Now, I wish I had the light up effect one. There is a light up effect version of this statue if you're so, you know, intrigued by it that you really want the light up stuff. I don't think it needs the light up effects, but man, oh man, does this statue and sitting here in front of me look absolutely amazing. And the actual Anakin Darth Vader himself is unbelievable. I wish there was a little bit more detail in the base itself, but let's be real, there's so much detail in the Darth Vader that it just draws your eyes right away from the base, and you don't even really see the base anymore, and you're just looking at all the little details of him and there's like these little gold details on him that I didn't realize from the movies, but like, I don't know about y'all, I love a little bit of black and gold, and I love that style together. So having this Darth Vader figure, who is mostly just all black, sometimes black and gray, have these black with a little bit of gold accents, I actually kind of really dig it. But let's toss this bad boy in this Mythos Sideshow exclusive statue on the shelf in its new home next to Superman and see how they look next to each other. All right, so they are able to fit on the shelf together. Anakin can't necessarily be straight on because then his lightsaber would be busted in half off of the wall, and his then cape intrudes way too much into Superman. But I have them just with the most minuscule of gaps in between them, so there is room, and Venom is not touching Superman, and Superman is also not touching the wall. But I think this is pretty dope having two Mythos statues. Now, I do wish Darth Vader was just slightly taller to compare in the scale and size of Superman, but I do love how one is black and dark and this other one is colorful and bright and super, you know, like Superman, you know, with the giant abs and the color and the blue and the reds and the yellows and yeah, the white. Absence of black, where this has the absence of everything else but black, you know what I mean? Like, but what a cape, you know, like I think this one, honestly, the red cape is just so massive, it makes it hard to put anywhere, but it looks so good that I didn't care. This one, I think I'll be able to fit in more places. Just, I think it's a little tight on the shelf. Like, I won't be able to necessarily fit anything else in front of them or with them. But the way that this shelf is looking now looks pretty badass. And, you know, he is at a little bit of an angle, but now you can walk up, see his red cape, the giant lightsaber, and then come in and see that eye, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's cool. That's a cool looking statue. And this has been another Sideshow exclusive statue unboxing and another Mythos unboxing. So if you guys enjoyed, please consider supporting the channel. I'm sure there will be more Hot Toys statue unboxings coming in the future, but probably not soon, but there will be Hot Toys figure unboxings, 1/6 scale figure unboxings coming very soon. Stay tuned for that. Thor coming very soon. But thank you guys so much for coming on by. If you would like to support the channel, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell so you don't miss future videos and you get the notifications when they come out. And comment below, what's your favorite? Is it Superman? Is it the Red Hulk that is no longer in this room? Is it Darth Vader? Is it one of these Venom or, you know, one of these different figures in here? Comment below your thoughts. What's your favorite thing that you've seen in here? I think Darth Vader might be my new favorite, honestly, but that it might just be recency biased, you know? That force hand, the anger, clutching hand, the way that his skin is just bubbling and boiling, and that red eye, ooh, that Sith eye. Yeah, he looks really good. I'm really, really digging this figure and statue, and I think it looks really good. Well done by Sideshow. But yeah, that's it for me, y'all. Thank you guys for coming on by. If you'd like to follow my other social medias, links for those down in the description below. And stay tuned for future content like this. And I hope you guys enjoyed and were entertained by this and found it informative at the very least. But thank you guys. And my name is Big Cam, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.